play to win the game.
Damn
yes,
right.
you do. Yes, you do. Shout out Herm Edwards. Sneed got what you need. What's going on, brother?
What up, Maine?
That's right. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of Format Podcast Live. Yeah, we are bringing it. We're bringing the heat, and y'all have no idea because this is not even like the live time in the sports world. So wait till the NFL season gets here. NFL, college, all you know what we do. You know what we do. But we've got another show for you tonight. This is a special Thursday night live episode. Normally we don't go live on Thursdays, but you also know that we go live whenever we think that there's something worth getting on here and talking to you guys about. So if you are watching live, thank you for that. And if you're watching on the replay, we appreciate that as well. So yeah, we're here and we are going to talk about, as you can see from the rundown and the main thumbnail, we're going to talk about LeBron James and based on some interesting commentary that I heard from Nick Wright as well as ESPN LA reporter Ramona Shelburne, we thought it would be interesting to kind of really sit back and examine LeBron James's tenure as a Los Angeles Laker, because there's some very interesting things being said. What's going on, Chief? What's going on? I love it. I love it. But before we get to that, you know what we're gonna do. Let's shout out the channel members. Coach T, aka Laker Nation. He's back to Laker Nation now. Steve Stevenson. He doesn't have to be ashamed anymore. Yeah.
That's what that was all about.
I don't know if that's what it was all about, but he said he's going back to Laker Nation. You know, it's not that serious. What's good? Chief Sid Bubba, shout out to you. Thank you for everything you've done for our great nation. Thank you for all you do for this channel. And of course, shout out to the boys from Annapolis or Durham. Baltimore Brews was good. Steve, king of the chat, my guy. Nino, of course, Sneed got what you need. #1 contributor. Micah, D Ross 881, Red Wolf 31, and of course, the real Siberius. I appreciate all you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support, man. We're moving to bigger and better things with the show, man. Y'all just keep sharing it. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. And we really think that that's kind of that threshold and things are going to get really special. Not to say that it's not special already. We're building a great community here and we appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead. No quick hits tonight because this is one of those special pop-up lives, but let's talk about it, man. Let's do a LeBron James Laker look back. And there are many reasons that we should do that, but let's kind of get it started. I want to play this commentary from Ramona Shelburne. As I mentioned, ESPN LA reporter, has covered LeBron and covered the Lakers for quite some time. And we got an almost 4-minute clip here where she's talking. She's on Chiney Ogwumike's podcast, former WNBA player, now basketball analyst for ESPN. And she's kind of giving her thoughts on some of what LeBron went through as a Laker. And it's really interesting. And it's kind of what got us thinking about this topic and really wanting to, sit here with you guys and kind of dig deeper into it. So we've got that comment. And then later we've got some stuff from Nick Wright. I'm sure you're anxious to hear that. Yeah, we'll get to it. All right. So actually, Ramona Shelburne's about 1.5 minutes. Nick Wright is the one that's almost 4 minutes. But let's go ahead with Ramona. Let's go.
But I don't feel like LeBron is beloved in LA. I don't even think he's really appreciated. I do radio in LA all the time, and you wouldn't believe the callers we get. I was at that game where he passed Kareem. It was a nice moment, but it was not the kind of moment that Kobe had. It was not like people clapped, people got their phones out, but it wasn't like a real love. It was like, I'm thinking we got the World Cup here. And it's like if you go watch somebody else's national team in a big game and you're like, hey, this is cool. But it's not their own. Like LeBron James came here late in his career. His best years were elsewhere. People appreciated him to some extent, but I don't think they really did.
What you can't take away from LeBron James is that he has won 3 championships with 3 different teams. And he brought the Lakers, like you said, back to relevance. They got what some people say, they put an asterisk on the bubble championship.
The hardest championship to win.
And why so?
Because you had to give up everything. You had to give up everything in that championship. You had to be away from your family for 3 months. I know there was a lot of players that tapped out, a lot of teams that tapped out that couldn't take it. People have spoken. Paul George spoke openly about that, about how hard that bubble was. And so I think that was the hardest championship for anyone to win. I thought it was no surprise that it was the Lakers and the Heat who had the 2 most mentally tough players in the NBA that were in the finals that year. Jimmy Butler and LeBron James. And so I think people in Los Angeles did not appreciate him the way he should have been. And I think they will miss him now that he is gone. But it's what happens. You got Luka Doncic. This was always going to happen. They traded for Luka, and LeBron's days were numbered. And it's really weird.
Terrible.
Sneed got what you need. Steve Stevenson, CFO of GTFOH. There's a big GTFO, GTFOH that really needs to be given to Ramona Shelburne right now.
Yeah.
My first question, Steve Stevenson, is this. Why is it, in all seriousness, that the mainstream media and LeBron James fans feel like everybody has to love this guy? Do they not understand that's not how life works? No. There's almost never a situation where everybody loves you. Muhammad Ali is one of the most loved athletes of all time. They hated him. Yeah. They wanted to lock him up. People wanted to kill him. Mm-hmm. He was hated for many years before he was loved, right? Kobe was hated by a lot of people for a long time, right? Freaking Michael Jordan, a lot of people hated him because he was destroying everybody's favorite team. Like, why? Where is this assumption that everybody has to love you? Why?
I don't know. I think it's unrealistic, and I think that's very naive.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I also don't appreciate the victimization that is being portrayed. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's required, and I don't think that's appropriate in this case. I sense the victim undertone. Did you?
Absolutely.
Which is unnecessary.
No one loved him. They clapped a little bit.
So she kind of pussyfooted around it a little bit. She didn't say it by name, but she described it completely. He's not a Laker.
We were gonna get there, but go ahead, man. Cook.
That's all it was. She said everything. Mm-hmm. She said he's not a Laker without saying he's not a Laker.
Right.
So don't act like you don't understand.
Right. It's like, this is not that hard, man. Not that hard.
And you know what? We're gonna do this tonight where we're gonna analyze each one of his seasons with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And then we can give each season a grade, and then we can holistically give him a grade for his tenure as a Laker.
I like that.
And I think we should do it in a couple parts.
Sure.
Let's just look at his Laker tenure as it is for him. Mm-hmm. Let's compare his other locations too, Cleveland and Miami.
Okay.
And then I think we should look at this from a business perspective and then a basketball perspective.
There's a lot
because these are different things, right, Bruce? Absolutely. And I think it's all part of the calculus.
Sure. So that's great stuff that you brought there, Sneed. One of the things, though, that I did want to point to is one of the things is that people make a really big deal about him passing Kareem for the scoring record, which obviously is huge, right? Kareem passed Wilt, and then LeBron passed Kareem. That's an incredible thing, right? Cool. My question is this, though. That was never thought of as being such a big deal when Kareem had it. All of a sudden, LeBron has it, and it's like the record of all records.
I think
that one right there made him the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time. Like,
I think his fans, hold on to that as part of the reason why they could make their case for him as the GOAT. Maybe to some people that flies, but I don't even know where they ranked that statistic before LeBron had it. I don't think they cared all that much. Those people didn't care.
That's where I was going.
The people who cared were the ones that said Kareem was the GOAT and said it before and after Michael retired. They stuck to that.
There are those people, sure. And that's kind of where I was going. Sneed, was that I don't have any problem with, the people who are in his corner for the GOAT argument saying, well, this is another piece of it. My problem is those same people never valued that stat when he didn't have it. So when he gets it, all of a sudden it's different and it's worth more. That's my thing.
Well, you need talking points to continue the civil war, right? Between Michael Jordan fans and LeBron fans. So that's just fodder. It's just bullets and ammunitions for them to sit there and argue with each other until the sun goes down.
Sure.
Until someone's vocal cords quit or they have to go to work.
Right.
They'll just sit there and argue about it.
Yeah. So before we really start breaking this thing down, so two things. One of the things that before we really start getting into it, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking like this whole thing is so interesting. And one of the biggest things, and I've seen a couple of shows from other independent creators, shout out Angry Old Hoops, shout out Dreamers Pro, shout out all these, other people really out here doing the Lord's work, right? Telling the truth. But here's my thing. There's this, and it's been this way for a while. There's this, two camps, especially within, Laker Nation. Shout out Laker Nation, was good. Q, what's good, my guy? Good to see you here, man. It's
shout out to Q, man.
Shout out to Q and the Opinion Stated pod. So there's been this thing with Kobe versus LeBron, right? But let's keep it within the Laker Nation, the Laker fan base. Why would anybody think that among Laker fans, LeBron should be as beloved as Kobe? Can someone
Portugal with the header goal? Oh my God!
I haven't seen it yet. No, my. Oh wow! Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
In the 93rd minute,
extra time. Wow.
Oh,
jeez.
Yo, I just completely derailed the show, bro.
You did. Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, we both have on, while we're here with you, we both have on the World Cup knockout game in the round of 32, Portugal versus Croatia. Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first ever knockout stage goal earlier in this one on a penalty kick, and then Portugal just scored on a header. It's now 2-1, and Portugal, if they can hold on here, they've got a chance to advance to the round of 16. All right. Back to it, man. You distracted me, Sneed. But no, why would anyone expect that among Laker Nation, why would anyone expect that LeBron would get the same love as Kobe? One, the Laker fan base, the whole NBA really, but the Laker fan base specifically, watched Kobe arrive as a skinny 17-year-old kid, work himself into one of the greatest we've ever seen, be an integral part, 1A, however you want to measure it, in delivering 5 championships to, one of 2 greatest franchises of all time. You can say the Lakers because they've won a lot more recently than the Celtics, right? Or you can say the Celtics, however you want to look at it. But it's a fair argument, as much as I hate to say it. It's a fair argument to say the Lakers, right? Because since 79, they've won like 14 championships or something crazy like that, right? Meanwhile, the Celtics have won like 5. So you can make an argument.
Mind you, Kobe spent half his career as the best player in the league,
right,
wearing the Lakers jersey.
Well, some people would tell you Kobe has never been the best player, but that's a whole different thing, right? I know. But the question is, Sneed, before we get into breaking down LeBron's Laker tenure, why would anybody whose brain works properly think that a Laker fan would love LeBron as much as Kobe? And it's not a slight on LeBron. Why would they think that?
That's like arguing or trying to prove that, you would love your cousin more than your sibling.
Yeah.
Like what? How? Like there can be an affinity and love, like family love, but it's not like a sibling.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just not the same.
Yeah, I really don't.
I think it's unrealistic, and I think it's kind of childish, and I think it's delusional to think that there was ever a remote possibility that was going to happen.
But guess what that is, though? Again, that's, LeBron, his team, the mainstream media on his side, pushing certain narratives.
How do the Miami Heat fans feel about LeBron compared to D Wade?
That's a great analogy. Right. There you go. But I bet you the LeBron people, the media people who push his narrative, as well as his fan base, would try to tell you that the Heat should love LeBron more than they love Wade. I guarantee you they would try to somehow expect that of you,
That's crazy.
Yeah. But think about it, like these people are not, how often do they say things that make you go, wow, that's crazy? You know what I mean?
How often do they abuse substances?
Hey, it could be that too.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's just that's an interesting thing that I wanted to bring up. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna listen to the Nick Wright thing. This one is a little longer, so we'll do the start-stop method, and then after that, we will get into the real breakdown of the different seasons and see where that goes. And then at the end, we will take some calls, and we'll see what's what. But we're going to have some fun with this, as much as I detest Laker topics because I'm a Celtic to my bones. But no, this should be a good one. Let's go ahead and, matter of fact, let's listen to the Nick Wright. Let's go.
Anyone arguing that LeBron James' run with the Lakers was anything other than a resounding success, and I hate to be so black and white, but is either a total dope or being wildly disingenuous. 8 years, 7 All-NBA teams, and a Finals MVP. So we will talk about LeBron's tenure as an individual player and then his team success.
So the way he opens that up, that's pretty legit, right?
No, it's not actually.
I think the way he framed it, it sounded really good. And that's why, if you remember last night, I said the way Nick Wright frames things in his in the way that he lifts up LeBron is always factually correct, but also very incomplete. And so, yeah, we'll go. But yeah, seven All-NBA selections, a Finals MVP, and the Western Conference Finals.
It's a 2020 NBA tournament.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there.
It was a tournament.
Really, Woodage? That's what we're doing, Woodage?
It wasn't a complete NBA season. It wasn't a real NBA playoffs. There were no away games. There were no home games.
Right.
That was a neutral tournament.
Yeah, that whole business of that was the hardest championship to win. That Ramona Shelburne
call it like it is.
I don't believe that it was at all. I really don't.
And he wasn't even the best player in the tournament.
Right.
It was Anthony Davis.
Right. And it's an assumption, but it's also a fair assumption that if that season doesn't get stopped in the middle, he and Anthony Davis don't make it through the season.
Well, they didn't win a championship outside of that one, did they?
Right. But also LeBron hadn't finished the season in the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So, but let's continue.
7 All-NBA teams and a Finals MVP, just as a Laker. For the record on what that looks like compared to other guys' full careers, that is more All-NBA teams than Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Jason Kidd, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Clyde Drexler ever made. That is more All-NBA teams and the same number of Finals MVPs as Isaiah Thomas's entire careers. What is a good comp for 7 All-NBA teams and a Finals MVP? Well, D. Wade had 8 All-NBA teams and a Finals MVP. Same with Moses, same with Joker. Another way to look at it, what is the full list of players in league history in their entire careers to win Finals MVP and to have at least 7 All-NBA teams? By the way, on this list will not be Wilt or Bill Russell because Finals MVPs weren't a thing for Wilt and Russell. So, we're going to go ahead and assume Wilt and Russell would have had them, especially because the Finals MVP is named after Russell, but they're not officially on the list.
This is actually, the way he's framing this argument sounds really good, but we also know what he's doing. And, it's always interesting to me when they talk about certain other players and the lack of All-NBA and whatnot, right? And people tell me I'm stuck in the wax museum because it's my firm belief that the 90s and 80s NBA was better than this one, right? For a myriad of reasons. But you look at it, I think Reggie Miller only had 4 or 5 All-NBA selections. But at the shooting guard back then, I always say, where were those supposed to come from? You're playing in an era where Michael Jordan's got one locked every time, first team. And then the second team is going to be a battle of a Mitch Richmond, a Clyde Drexler. So you could have Mike, Clyde, and Mitch going in varying orders between obviously second and third every year. Then maybe, Reggie sneaks in there for one or what have you. So you always wonder, okay, where are some of these things supposed to come from? You look at, a Patrick Ewing at the center position. You're playing in an era with Ewing, Shaq, Olajuwon, Mutombo, David Robinson. It's not guaranteed that guys are going to be able to get these spots every single year. So you have injuries, then you have the difficulty of the level of competition in the game and at the positions. You look at the point guard position. Obviously, as long as Magic's playing, he's going to be number 1, right? And then now after that, you've got Jason Kidd, you've got Gary Payton, you've got Isaiah Thomas, you've got John Stockton. It's not that easy to dominate these positions, right? Now, that said, all credit due to LeBron James for what he's been able to do over the entirety of his career. He has had one of the greatest careers. I'm not doubting any of that. I'm just saying when we frame it like, well, he made all these NBAs and the other guys didn't. Well, there's a lot more competition for those spots back then. Am I making sense, Need, or help me out here?
Valid. Good points.
Okay. I just
those guys are all in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
All of them.
Right. So
the guys that were having trouble making all NBA teams.
Right. So like, I don't know that that's a legitimate argument. Like, but I always say Nick Croatia.
What?
Oh, Jesus. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Sneed?
In the 10th minute
of extra time.
Oh, 13th minute, 12th minute.
This is gonna end up going to what is it? Not the extra time, the time after that.
Bro, they let it over the 10 minutes they allotted. That's why.
Yeesh. Ronaldo is disgusted. All right, sorry guys, we got distracted again. This is what happens during World Cup, y'all. But no, I just think that this is why I say Nick Wright, while he's not lying, he's also very often incomplete. But let's continue.
Full list of guys, 7+ All-NBAs and a Finals MVP. Kawhi, Wade, Moses, Joker, Giannis, Magic, Bird, Rick Barry, Jordan, Steph, Jerry West, Akeem, Dirk, Durant, Shaq, Duncan, Kobe, Kareem, LeBron. 19 guys ever in league history have done in their full career what Bron did just with the Lakers. That's individual success. And oh yeah, by the way, broke every record there was to break, but that's more, over the course of his career. What?
Broke every record there is to, like, seriously? Broke every record there is to, like, come on, man.
Well, hopefully he corrected himself at some point and said
he didn't.
Most of the stats were accumulated with other teams.
He didn't. And by the way, let's also keep
as
in
a
mind,
reminder, LeBron played 850 games with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
There you go.
He played almost 300 games for the Miami Heat.
There you go.
Not even including playoffs. Which, by the way, he was in the playoffs all the time with both those teams. Not so much with the Lakers, but we'll talk about that later.
And we can also keep in mind that Wilt Chamberlain still holds more than 70 individual records in the NBA record book. So that broke every record there is to break. We might want to ease back on that, Nick, right? See, he knows who he's talking to when he says these things, though. I'm sure you've heard me say that before. People who say things like this, they know who they're talking to. But let's continue.
Oh, he was offsides.
Are they taking it away?
Yeah, he took it away. He was offsides.
Wow. Yo, I hate the offsides rule so much. Yo, look at Modric. He's like,
Luka's pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed. Wow. That might send them home.
That's it.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Damn.
They had 10 minutes. They gave him 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. They're gonna blow.
Ronaldo knew he knows he stole one right there. Okay. Coach T, this is not about that. All right, let's carry on.
Success. Well, there's this fact. Prior to LeBron joining the Lakers, since they were the Minneapolis Lakers, they had missed the playoffs 10 times in franchise history. 5 times interspersed throughout their first 60 years as a franchise, and the 5 years directly leading up to LeBron's arrival. Over the 5 years leading up to LeBron's arrival, they, out of 30 NBA teams, were 30th in the NBA in winning percentage. They were quite literally the worst franchise for a half decade when he got there. And like he did when he went to Miami and they were coming off missing the playoffs, when he went back to Cleveland and they were coming off missing the playoffs, went to the Lakers, and within 2 years, they were champions. What about the tenure as a whole? 1 finals appearance with a ring, 1 other one other conference finals appearance.
Can we, yes.
He said he went back to Cleveland. They had missed the playoffs. He went to the Lakers. LeBron showed up and they missed the playoffs. In his first year as a Laker.
Okay, first year. Okay.
So he had to reframe that statement because it didn't fit.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to let that slide.
Yeah.
So every time LeBron was going to a dumpster, now he contributes to the dumpster because they missed the playoffs their first year with LeBron. You see, because he didn't fix it like they say he fixed Cleveland or he fixed what about Miami Heat when he got there?
Yeah.
They were a playoff contender.
Right.
Dwayne Wade was a top 2 MVP getter, top 3
and
MVP.
led the league in scoring the previous season. Like, come on,
was
man.
it was an NBA Finals MVP and a champion?
Yep.
Like 3 years before.
Yeah. See, what people want to ignore is LeBron himself said that he had to go to Miami to learn how to win. He said that, not me. He said he had to go, but then of course, later he said that he would have still had the same.
The big-nosed bandit strikes again.
Yeah. And real quick, they talk about how Cleveland was so bad before LeBron went back. He's the reason they were so bad. He's the reason.
The roster was decimated. All the moves were made to support him and his system.
Okay, thank you. There you go. Like, I
mean, there were no draft picks.
Right.
They got their draft picks off of just being the worst after. Right? Because the team had players that were supposed to help him win.
Yep.
If he's not there, then what do those players mean? There's no LeBron there anymore.
Right. Everything is about, exactly. And then, teams constantly mortgage their futures when you bring LeBron in.
LA, it happened in LA.
Right. There's no coaching stability when you bring LeBron in. So this is why I say the things that I say, but then they say, oh, you're a hater. Rather be a hater than a lover, I guess. So Rois2521 says, get off his dills, idiot. Well, it seems to me I'm not the one who's on his dills, but we'll go on, though. We'll go on. Maybe he needs the Shawn Michaels gift, huh? Anyway. All right, Steve, let's go ahead. I'm going to let you take it from here, man. I just wanted to provide some background and rock and roll, man. Let's go ahead and get to this breakdown. I'm excited for this.
All right, man. Bruce Hope will not agree with me.
Okay.
But in 2017, 2018, we saw one of the most complete NBA players of all time. We saw what, in my opinion, was the peak NBA basketball player. LeBron in 2017, 2018 was an unstoppable force, single-handedly destroying the Eastern Conference competition. I mean, it wasn't really until the finals where he met a team that was able to legitimately stop the Cavs because they were actually able to just outdo LeBron. But it was like almost like a team had to beat LeBron in 2017, 2018. He was that dominant. When asked, LeBron even said that was his most complete version of him as a player.
Quick question before you go on.
Yeah.
Quick question. So that I believe it's like circa 2012, 2013 LeBron that I think was out of this world. That guy that went into Boston and single-handedly annihilated my Celtics, right? That guy. Just, whoa, right? So I'm curious to know, do you believe the gap between that LeBron and the 2017-18 LeBron to which you're referring is, how big do you think that gap is?
So small.
Okay.
Like minuscule. Like,
so we're not that far off on our assessments.
No, it's just the things that he was able to do in 17 and 18, he wasn't able to do in 13. There were certain things he did in 13, like I'm sorry, bro, but jumping over someone in an NBA game where the average player height is like 6'7", it's just crazy to me. So he was otherworldly athletic.
To me, I think that's the difference.
But I think his skill,
along with his,
I think his skill was just, he had come full circle as a player.
Okay.
Offensively, he was just incredible.
Okay.
And he still had most of the physical stuff. He still had most of it. I didn't see much of a fall off physically. So, that's why I kind of lean there. He played 82 games that season, Bruce. Okay. So he played a ton of games, played all of them. In an incredible run to the finals. We know about the whole meltdown and all that stuff that happened in that year. In that playoff run in 2017-18, he averaged 34, 10, and 8, right? So high level productivity.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
He had 50-point games in the finals against the Warriors, right?
And 51 in game one,
Exactly. So in 2017, 2018, that was peak LeBron, in my opinion. The numbers prove it. The observations prove it.
Okay.
It was crazy, right?
Okay.
He went to LA the following season.
All right.
So you know how they like to talk about how things were the year before LeBron, right?
Right.
I just gave you the best version of LeBron. right before he went to the Lakers.
Mhm.
That's important for this conversation, Bruce. The
Is
best
that
version of
nuance,
LeBron
Steve?
went from Cleveland to LA. I'm just saying. Okay.
Right.
Year one in LA. The Lakers, I think finished 10th in the West. I believe his first year in LA. LeBron was still statistically solid, 27, 8-8,
Yeah.
only playing 55 games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back to this because this is a theme. There's a reason why the Laker faithful don't much care about LeBron. 55 games. Just keep these numbers in the back of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He was all NBA third team. They had a 37-45 record. Completely missed the playoffs. He gets all the individual stuff. I get it. All NBA, all star.
Right.
It's automatic for LeBron. He's just that good, right?
Sure.
Year two, this was the bubble. This was the tournament win in which Anthony Davis was their best player statistically and observationally. AD was the best player on the team. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He was averaging 26, 9, and 2.5 in terms of blocks.
Yeah.
0 drop-off in the playoffs where AD actually lifted his game.
Right. So
okay,
LeBron,
which by the way, a reminder, it's a tournament.
Yeah.
There were no home games, there were no away games.
Right.
There was no full season.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all factors that led to a different type of season. Right.
Plus the long break that allowed guys that, again, LeBron coming off of the major injury the year prior, hadn't finished the year. Anthony Davis didn't finish the year prior. So now you've got a situation where your two big guns have all that time off to get healthy. We'll never know. We'll never know, as Transformer says. But it's my firm belief that those guys don't make it through the season if that season goes on as normal. And
well, they didn't after that. So
right,
you're probably right.
Right. So I mean, them having that long break really helped. But go ahead.
Okay. AD led the team in scoring in the playoffs. He also led not in the finals, but in the playoffs he did.
Mm-hmm.
He also led the playoffs in rebounding as well. So very, very effective. LeBron overall in the playoffs actually dropped off a little bit compared to the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we understand the context of that.
Sure.
Year 3, LeBron goes 25, 7-7, plays 45 games.
Mm.
They finish
another season with injuries that he didn't finish the season.
Mm-hmm.
But we think that second year that he would have. Okay, go ahead.
All right. They finished 7th in the West, 42-30 record. Mm-hmm. They lose in the first round to the Phoenix Suns, 4-2. In the playoffs, LeBron drops off 23, 8-7. Anthony Davis that season played, I think, 36 games, averaged 22, 8-3. So the Lakers perform poorly as a team. AD performs poorly and is an unavailable player.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, not really all that much more available. He played 9 more games, I think. But just a bad year, right? 100%. And everybody blames Russell Westbrook. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Right?
Well,
anyways,
they don't have to blame Russell Westbrook. He wanted Russell Westbrook. He brought him in.
They like to blame. So year 4,
so we can blame. Okay, go ahead.
Year 4, 38-6 were his averages. 56 games played. Keep that mental note, Bruce. We keep hearing this, right? 40s and 50s, right?
Yeah.
33-49 record. They completely missed the playoffs. They finish 11th in the West. AD averages 23, 10, 3, and 2.5, plays 40 games.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 players that are very similar, but one gets all the smoke for being injured all the time. He gets nicknames for being injured all the time, right? So far in year 1, it's a failure. We're going to give LeBron an F grade for year 1 in LA. They win the bubble tournament in his second year.
Mm-hmm.
We give him an A for that season because they won it.
Sure.
Year 3, they finish 7th in the West and they get bounced out of the first round. I can't give it a failing grade because they made the playoffs, but I'm going to give him a D for that season because they got bounced in the first round and he only played 45 games that season. He was not that much available.
Mm-hmm.
Year 4, they completely missed the playoffs. They have a losing record. They finish 11th in the West. That is another F for a season. So in the first 4 years, Bruce, we have 1 good grade. 1 bad one and 2 failures.
That's fair.
But there's more. Year 5, 29, 8, and 6. He plays 55 games. So far, the last year we saw LeBron be an Iron Man was in Cleveland. The last year in Cleveland. So from Cleveland to LA, all of a sudden he's no longer an Iron Man. So what changed? Something we could think about here. The year 5 for LeBron, Anthony Davis averaged 26, 13, and 3, and 2. We'll throw in the 2 blocks a game. He had multiple 40-plus point games and multiple 50-plus point games in the playoffs that season. They went to the Western Conference Finals, where they played the Denver Nuggets and were swept by the Denver Nuggets, who became the champions, right? They won the championship in 2023. Anthony Davis led the league playoffs in rebounding. He completely dominated the Grizzlies in round 1, averaging 4.5 blocks per game. He completely dominated the Warriors on the glass, averaging almost 16 rebounds a game. And he had multiple 40-point games in the Western Conference Finals. Anthony Davis was a machine in 2023. Now, LeBron's regular season stats were really good, 29, 8, and 6. In the playoffs, he averaged 24, 10, and 6. So you start to see some of the performance drop for LeBron. And the question at that point becomes, well, why? Why would LeBron's productivity, especially scoring, start to drop? Well, in case you didn't notice, he played 82 games in 2017-18 and then was relegated to 40 to 50 games pretty much every year after that.
Right.
Again, people question why the Laker faithful don't feel that strongly to connect to LeBron. He wasn't playing all that much. They didn't see him all that much. The last I checked, there's 82 regular season games. He's averaging in the 50s.
Right.
Anyways.
I think too that a lot of times, let me interrupt real quick, Sneed. A lot of times when you have the other Laker greats, like other than Wilt, right? So Jerry West played his whole career, Lakers. Elgin Baylor, Lakers. George Mikan, Lakers. Magic Johnson, Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 15 out of 20 years, Lakers, right? Like all the Kobe, 20 out of 20 years, Lakers. All these guys played the bulk of their career as Lakers. LeBron came there later in his career. What was this year 24? So came year 15, 16? So he was the bulk of the way through his career, already fully formed. He didn't have a chance to grow with the fan base like so many of these other guys did, right? So we have to be a little bit fair with that in terms of the difference between those guys, who I like to call the real Lakers, and LeBron, who, even though he has played with Los Angeles longer than he played with any other team, me personally, I still don't feel like he's a Laker, right? I don't feel it the same way that I feel, for the other guys, and even Shaq. But Shaq got there, after his 4th year, right? 96, came in the league in 92. So all these guys came relatively young and formed themselves in the league as Lakers. I think that's why it's different. You know what I mean, Sneed? I think that really plays a big role. Yeah.
So to kind of round out my points for year 5, 2023, those playoffs, Anthony Davis was incredible. And that wasn't the first time he was carrying, right? It was LeBron was showing something to us in the playoffs that we hadn't really seen in a long time. LeBron was starting to fade at the end of games. In the series against the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, LeBron had the ball in his hands. He was in the driver's seat of the car, and they couldn't execute. They weren't scoring points. There were missed layups in the lane. There were challenges at the rim that used to be dunks that became failed layup attempts. LeBron's best years were clearly behind him, and he was starting to fade. And even when you look at the minutes per game being played, he was still logging heavy minutes, and his performance was finally starting to fade.
Sure.
So the quality of years he was giving the Lakers, they just weren't good enough to Laker expectations. So I mentioned the games played in the regular season. I mentioned the performances at the end of these playoff games. There's a lot of turnovers. There's a lot of missed opportunities. There's his age and attrition. There's it's a lot of things that were against him. I'll move on to year 6. And by the way, year 5, based on them getting to the Western Conference Finals and losing to the eventual champion Denver Nuggets, I'm going to give LeBron a B for year 5.
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to give him a B.
Sure. I'm okay with that.
Had they got to the finals, you could argue for a B+ or an A-,
right.
but they lost in the Western Conference Finals in a sweep to the Nuggets with LeBron in control at the end of the games.
Yeah.
So I have to hold him accountable for those.
Sure. Quick question though, Sneed. Why do you think that drop-off was so, I'm not going to say precipitous, because he has still managed to play at a high level for a long time. And that is credit to him, that what we call a drop-off are career years for a lot of other guys, right? Yeah. So that's absolute credit to LeBron. There are some people in the chat who won't ever hear me say that, even though I've said it multiple times. But that's okay. People just want to push narratives. But anyway, I think that says something. But what do you attribute the drop-off from? 82 games the year before he arrives in LA, immediately 55, and after that, he just kind of, he's struggling with health pretty much the rest of the way.
I don't think he was struggling with health as much as, people will let on. I don't think he takes this part of his career seriously. I personally think his lack of professionalism was obvious in many different ways during many high leverage moments in his tenure as a Laker.
Wow.
So Bruce, how do you go from 82 games to 50?
So I would actually push back on that, Sneed. I think that he did take this part of his career seriously, because at this age, you can't continue to play at the level that he's playing if you don't. That means he's, like he always says, he's getting there early. He's in his routine. He's continuing to do his stretching, his lifting, his cold tub, is getting his rest, his massages, everything that he needs to be able to continue to play. Now, obviously, there's just no way he can be the 2017, 2018, or the 2013 LeBron. It's just physically not possible.
Who's the best player that LeBron has ever played next to?
D-Wade.
It's Anthony Davis.
You think?
100%.
I'm gonna go D-Wade, but go ahead.
Anthony Davis, before he got injured in 2024, in December, was a lock for the league MVP. He was subsequently traded in 2 months. He was the front runner for MVP. He's the best two-way player LeBron has ever played with. Injuries is a huge factor. No doubt, Bruce. It's a factor. So I get why you might be picking D-Wade. But D-Wade is not better than Anthony Davis at basketball.
I think peak D-Wade, the only advantage you can give to me, Anthony Davis, is the fact that he's 6'11" and not 6'3", right? But D-Wade,
you know that Anthony Davis is a better perimeter shooter than D-Wade?
Yes.
Do you know that he's a better rim protector than D-Wade, as great as D-Wade is?
I was about to say now, D-Wade is the all-time leading shot blocker.
Anthony Davis is one of the most dynamic pick-and-roll players as a big that I've ever seen.
Well,
he plays passing lanes. He slides his feet. He's incredible.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not. I think that D-Wade at his best is probably the best player LeBron played with. And realistically, if they win the 2011 finals, D-Wade is finals MVP, not LeBron. Wade was real different. Remember, Wade had to step back and give it pause and let LeBron take over. You know what I'm saying? He had to step back because he was the guy when LeBron got there. So I hear what you're saying, and I used to be a big Anthony Davis fan, but I would go D-Wade. But go ahead, continue.
All right. Year 6, he plays 71 games. Most impressive, in my opinion. 25, 8, and 7. The Lakers go 47-35 that year. They finish 8th in the Western Conference. They get knocked out in round 1 to the Nuggets. So knocked out by the Nuggets in consecutive years. This time, a gentleman's sweep. They lose in 5.
Right. Terrible matchup.
LeBron does a nice job there in terms of his productivity. In the playoffs, he averages 28, 9, and 7. So a little bit above what he was doing in the regular season. Does so on volume, averaging over 21 shots a game in that series. Anthony Davis steps up again, otherworldly against Joker,
Mhm.
28, 16, and 4.
Great numbers, but
Shoots 64% from the
Yeah.
field.
yeah,
This is a guy who takes perimeter shots and threes.
no doubt. But he couldn't
Who
guard
averages
Jokic.
4 blocks a game.
But he couldn't guard Jokic either.
On
Now.
15 field goals attempts, averages 28 a game.
So
LeBron, for his part,
Mhm.
had 6 turnovers in one game, 7 turnovers in another game.
Mhm.
LeBron is a very smart, intelligent player with a high basketball IQ.
Mhm.
How does a player get 6 or 7 turnovers in a game in the playoffs? Age and attrition. It is at that moment in time, if you were unwilling to admit it before, LeBron was a faded player. If you didn't see it in LeBron's 5th year, it hit you like a truck in his 6th year with the Lakers. I mean, I saw it before that, but maybe some folks needed to see it again, right? So there was that year. In my estimation, year 6, based on the ending of the season, he gets a D for that season. They got bounced by the Nuggets in 5 games in which LeBron played poorly in 3 out of those 5 games, based on the turnovers, based on the outcomes, even with Anthony Davis playing otherworldly. Okay, let's go to year 7.
All right.
Year 7 was not this last season, but the season before.
Year prior, yeah.
24, 8, and 7. LeBron plays 70 games. The Lakers go 50 and 32.
Mhm.
Now, this is a situation where JJ Redick comes in as the new coach. 3rd in the Western Conference. They lose to the Timberwolves in round 1. LeBron's playoff averages, not bad. 24 during the regular season, 25 in the postseason. Right? So it really not that much of a fall off. Anthony Davis, before his injury, was an MVP candidate. He gets injured, then he gets traded for Luka. In that playoff series against the Wolves, LeBron shoots 1 of 5 from 3 in 3 out of the 5 games.
Mm.
He averages 20 field goal attempts in 4 out of those 5 games. He had 10 free throws in one game and 18 free throws in another game. So his scoring being at 25 a game isn't really that all impressive when you look at all those field goal attempts and all those free throw attempts.
Mhm.
I think he had a positive plus-minus 1 time in the series. The Wolves basically ran the Lakers off the floor, and LeBron was one of the players getting run off the floor. The Lakers played, or the Wolves played with pace. The Wolves kept the Lakers on their toes, and they just couldn't keep up.
No.
LeBron averaged, I think, 42 minutes a game. He was gassed. He could not do it anymore. Same
And
thing
that's
with Luka. Luka
understandable,
was
right?
gassed too. Well, it is understandable. I
Right.
don't care.
No,
I'm
just
grading what I saw. I don't
No,
care.
I got you. You're out there. You put that on tape. You get graded on it. I'm just saying it is understandable at that point in his career with those amount of mileage on his legs that he's not going to be able to do it the same way. He's not going to be able to move like that. I get it.
So Anthony Davis, who was the MVP candidate before his injury and before getting traded, was averaging 26, 12, and 3 in 42 games. They bring in Luka. In the playoffs, Luka averages 30, 7, and 6 on 20 field goal attempts per game, 35% from 3. He averaged about 42 minutes a game as well. Last year, I don't think we have to discuss this past season because we just saw it, right? It was basically like the previous year. It wasn't really all that different. If anything, it was less productive because, of course, LeBron didn't even play for the first month and a half. And there were times where the team was incomplete and there was one guy was out or the other. There was one really good month where the team played great. And then the injury bug just killed their playoff run. So to me, there's nothing to evaluate. Observationally, the regular seasons are meaningless for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Since when did regular seasons ever matter? So all these regular season things don't really matter all that much. All NBA, all stars, good for you, right? It's cool. If you're going to rate a player's achievements based on that, then LeBron gets an A. If it's about all NBA and all stars, his Laker tenure is going to be based on playoff moments, playoff achievements, championships, Western Conference Finals performances, things like that, right? So his highlights would be the tournament win in 2020. His semi-highlight would be making it to the Western Conference Finals in year 5 before being swept by the Nuggets. He was in the driver's seat of most of those series where they lost. Lowlights. They didn't really compete years 1 and 4 of his tenure at all. They didn't even make the playoffs. Round 1 exits in years 3, 7, and 6. 3, 6, and 7. Injury riddled, coaching carousel, roster personnel manipulations, the media crazy tomfoolery that was going on, a rift with the fan base, poor regular season efforts. Bruce, we've highlighted it, where he's just hanging out. He's not moving. He's just walking around. The last thing I'll leave you with, Bruce, are his comparisons to all of his stops. With the Cavs, he played 850 games.
Mm-hmm.
He averaged 27, 7, and 7. For all the people out there who like statistics, okay?
Right.
He shot 50% as a Cavalier. He has league MVPs. He has one of the most impressive championships we've ever seen. And he made several finals runs.
Yep.
With the Miami Heat, he played 294 games. He averaged 27, 7, and 7, just like in Cleveland. He shot 54% as a Heat player, 4 finals trips, 2 finals trips, 2 NBA finals wins, and league MVPs. Okay, so the highs are high.
Oh, yeah.
In Cleveland and Miami.
Oh, yeah.
For the Lakers, he played 480 games. That's more games than he played for the Heat. He averaged 27, 8, and 8 for the Lakers. So statistically, he's been able to fill up the stat sheet, but it hasn't resulted in outcomes that the Lakers brought him there for. He shot 52% from the field for the Lakers. In 2020, he got the tournament championship, 1 Western Conference Finals outside of that, 2 complete playoff misses, 3 first-round exits, and multiple sweeps where he got swept out of the playoffs. My takeaways from his tenure with the Lakers include roster-related issues, coach-related issues, player smear campaigns, speculations of media narratives. I think LeBron's 4 titles, because he gets credit for the 2021, he benefits more from his time with LA than LA benefited from him in terms of basketball. I think the Lakers getting to 17 is obviously to their benefit for the sake of competing with the Celtics, right?
Right, absolutely.
But his time in LA from a basketball standpoint, it's his least accomplished tenure with any team. He accomplished more at the other locations based on precedence or lack of precedence. What he did in Cleveland had never been done before. What he did in Miami, winning multiple championships, is more valuable. The 2020 tournament just doesn't do enough to say that to the standard of LeBron or to the standard of a Laker great, and I'm speaking specifically to a Laker great,
right?
You play for the Lakers, there are Laker expectations. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
And the worst part about everything, Bruce, this is the saddest part. We can compare his tenure to Shaq's and Kobe's and Magic's and Kareem's. We already know where this is going. We don't have to do it because we know.
Right.
But his ending is disgusting. It is the most miscalculated, poorly orchestrated way of ending your career or tenure with the team. He has unfortunately smeared his own legacy in how he has exited LA.
He
by being shown where the exit is.
He let them know that he was leaving and that he was no longer interested in being there. Stop it.
I think for a guy as great as LeBron and who has done so many great things, specifically even for my home team, the Cavs, I think he is going out sad. And I think the Lakers, because the way that things were going, a little spiteful, a little backhanded, but I think it was only a matter of time. LeBron just miscalculated the ending at LA and it ended badly. You know who wouldn't have did that to him? The Cavs. They wouldn't have did him like that.
Well, they may get another chance to do something with LeBron, so we'll see.
Do I have to remind you about the last 4 or 5 playoff runs for the Lakers? Do I really have to go through those, Bruce? I'd rather not.
I'm just saying.
I felt like I was a little long-winded. I wanted to make sure I named all of the factual things that happened while he was in LA. And look, from a business standpoint, very successful tenure with the Lakers.
Sure.
The Lakers are a great franchise. LeBron is a great player. It was a perfect match.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I still feel very confident when I say the reason why he doesn't get the love and adulation from the Lakers is because he missed too many games, made too many excuses, played too many silly little things that I think disconnected him from the people.
Brought it, demanded that his son, who didn't deserve to be in the league, get drafted by the team. But I think the bigger thing, honestly, is that he didn't grow with the team the same way the other Laker greats did. I think that's the biggest difference. Yes, Steve, we talked about that before you got here. Yes. But I mean, you know, I think that is a huge part of it.
If LeBron came before Kobe, this is a totally different story.
I think so.
Because Kobe, his body was falling apart, trying to compete.
But they loved him.
He was willing to cut his arm to keep playing.
Did you hear Gary Vee talk about when he popped his Achilles?
Yeah.
And he said, Kobe told him, I reached back there and tried to pull it down. He said, no, that's not how it works. He says, okay, can we, you know, we go back there and you tape it up so I can finish the game? He said, no, that's not how this works. Like, obviously everybody's built different. Everyone has a different pain tolerance. But I think part of the reason that they loved Kobe the way they did is exactly what you said. They knew that he would cut off his arm to try and continue to play. Like when not just to play
basketball, playing basketball for the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It was the most important thing to him when he played basketball in LA. There was no podcast while Kobe was active in the NBA. Kobe didn't have a podcast while he was playing basketball in the NBA. Well, Kobe took his career very seriously. Bruce, I'm telling you, as great as LeBron is, and as much as he has achieved, and you say that he took himself very seriously in LA, name a player who takes the NBA seriously, and winning is the only thing that consumes them, and has a podcast midseason.
Yeah. Well, you know,
how does the Laker fan view that after knowing Kobe?
Oh, I'm with you. But let me say something that's going to surprise a lot of people. If LeBron had Kobe's work ethic, he'd be the greatest player of all time. That I truly believe. Because when you combine the physical gifts that God blessed that man with, if he had the psychotic dedication to working to becoming the greatest player of all time, not trying to become the greatest player of all time by stacking stats or stat padding, I should say, or creating super teams to get cheap rings. And no. By literally working to become the greatest basketball player of all time, he would have been. But that's why there are different levels to everything.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So those are that's my thought. So overall, Sneed, clearly you're not in the same place as your guy Nick Wright about LeBron James's tenure in LA. So if you had to give him an overall grade, what do you think that would be?
A C+.
Not his time in the league. I'm sorry, his time with the Lakers, pardon me.
A C+.
Okay.
Technically, they have a championship.
I was about to say that to me probably gives him a boost. So not a C+, maybe a B-, solid B.
Okay.
The championship.
Yeah.
A couple of deep playoff runs.
If you want to push me, if you want to say no, Sneed, he got a chip, give him a B, I'll say okay to that.
Yeah, I think I'm good with that.
I just think when you are like you yourself are all NBA and are playing with an all NBA talent that is one of the most unique talents the league has ever seen.
Okay.
And that was the best you could do. That's tough.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is tough. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I want you to ask any NBA great who is still with us, God willing, ask them, what would have been your outcome if you had Anthony Davis when he was 29 years old? What would have happened? Just please ask them. Because I guarantee you their answer will be different than if you ask them about Dwayne Wade. I promise you, Bruce.
I don't think you're giving D Wade the credit that he deserves.
I give D Wade credit, but there is one problem with D Wade. There's one problem with D Wade.
6'3",
messed up
not
the league.
6'11"?
He messed up the league.
How do you
He
mess up?
told
I got
LeBron
you.
it's okay,
Okay. All right. Yeah.
and he
yeah.
enabled him.
Okay.
And
I'm
that
cool with
changed everything. That changed LeBron's career. It made him, in my opinion, think it was going to be easy.
I was thinking about D-Wade as a player, not the
I respect
ancillary
D-Wade
things.
as a player. All due respect. He's one of the best two guards I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In
he's a
fact,
top
I
five
mean,
two guard to me.
while he played, it was only Kobe.
Yeah, I think he's probably the number 3 shooting guard ever. Number 3 or 4. If you put Jerry West number 3, I'm cool with that. But yeah, he's a number 3 or 4 shooting
How do
guard.
you switch sides mid-war, bro?
I'm not following. I
They
don't think you can.
got drafted the same year.
You're not supposed to.
They got
D-Wade and
drafted the
LeBron.
same year.
Mm-hmm.
How do you switch sides mid-war?
I don't know. Well, we know for a
I got a
fact
real
that-
problem with D-Wade, bro. Everybody blames LeBron for messing up the league. I got a real problem with D-Wade.
So
A real problem.
So 2 things can be true, right? Because we also know that LeBron, what was that? We know from the beginning, because of Melo ran his mouth, but we know from the beginning LeBron was trying to team up, and we know LeBron was trying to put the whole Banana Boat crew super team thing in play, especially after they played together in 08. And so that was already, LeBron was trying to set that up. So when 2010 comes and Kobe wins again, that's when D-Wade is like, okay, I'm gonna call Bron. Let's go now. Right. So I do blame it on LeBron. I do. No, Steve. No, you cannot. No. I know where that's going. No.
LeBron's tenure in Cleveland, he gets an A.
Yes.
I understand the first part was marred with a lot, but
no, he still gets an
redemption is redemption.
Yeah.
Give him an A for his tenure in Cleveland.
Well, to me, it's not just the second part, though. Like, he clearly, while, like you said, there's other stuff on the floor, like even the first part, he did his thing. Yeah. So, yeah, no, LeBron definitely gets an A for his tenure in Cleveland.
His tenure
I think
in Miami?
A minus. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. Those 2 championships, not as meaningful as the one in Cleveland.
Correct. No question about it. No question.
And his years in LA, it's a phase. It was a phase. It was a business phase.
B minus.
And I say you're welcome.
Right. The whole Bronny thing, that's a tough one for me. But anyway. All right. You wanna
open up the phone lines, Mr. Bruce Hope.
Let's go.
Oh, and by the way, I don't mind the banter with anybody on the phone. Don't make it personal. We good.
904-219-8264.
Yeah.
Chief, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? As the rare both Laker fan and a LeBron fan,
Yeesh.
I'm pretty proud of you guys. So I think I would have given the grades very similar to both of you.
Okay.
But I think that 2019-2020 season, I'm going to give you some pushback, Steve. To me, that was the toughest season, not just because of the COVID. I think what happened with the Lakers as an organization when Kobe died. It just kind of, if you're a Lakers fan, it just knocked it took something out of it. And for that team to kind of carry on, that was the tough one.
That's a great point, Chief. That's a great point.
So to come back from, COVID, you don't know if you're going to live or die. When Kobe passed, then to win it. I think that was a special season that year. But a lot of it, usually we get into that, and I was like, LeBron's good for that age. A lot of it, you showed the regression analysis of how he was at a physical peak and it just kind of went down year after year. He was not physically the same player he was leaving Cleveland, and it started with the groin and it kind of went downhill. We've seen times and glimpses, when he was healthy, He did his thing, but that age and attrition got the best of him. Same thing with AD. AD, if he could have stayed healthy, if both of them could have stayed healthy simultaneously, it'd be a lot different. But yeah, he did all right. I can't compare him to the upper echelon of Laker greats. He don't need a statue. He didn't he don't need a statue, but he kept it relevant. He kept the ship afloat. He didn't do nothing spectacular. He didn't do nothing world beating, but he kept everything afloat. So that's why I say B-B. I give him that as a Laker fan. Personally, like you said, he might have got a B or an A for what he achieved there. So the Lakers really gave him more, per se, for his legacy than what they got out of it. But they got a chip, so I guess kumbaya. But a lot of it, I still hold that front office accountable for some of the decisions they made. They could have made better. I know Dr. Jerry Buss is rolling over in his grave on some of the stuff that his kids made. So as far as
what?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading a comment. An absurd comment.
Dr. Jerry probably rolling over in his grave and said, man, what has happened?
Yeah.
Because some of the decisions that Jim and Jenny made, that was just insane. If you lie down with Clutch and you let them in, that ain't on LeBron them. That's on you.
Oh.
You the boss. You the principal.
Ooh.
You got to have control of your organization.
Okay.
So I give them, they got to take some, they got to take it. They have to take some of that as well. Because if you give them what they want, like little spoiled kids, then they go act like little spoiled kids. So I have to call that out.
Wow. Okay, Chief. All right. I mean, so you're absolving LeBron and Clutch and Rich Paul for their behavior?
No. I'm including them in there.
Okay.
But if you allow them to do that, ultimately you're the top. Hey, when you're the man, good or bad, up under your watch, it's on you. Fair or not. When you're in the command, it's on you.
Okay. All right.
And we know in the military, it rolls downhill.
Sure does. Sure does, Chief. Sure does, man.
Yeah. But but I'm with you guys on your analysis. I'd say it'd be, for what he did with the Lakers. Kept us relevant, but he didn't do nothing world beating. It ain't nothing to brag home about. And like Sneed said, and I felt earlier, business decision. So you can't, as a Laker fan, you can't really wrap your arms around him. But, I'm grateful for the time that he given us. Now, his legacy as far as a LeBron James fan, I wish he would have been a little bit more healthier to play more games, and I wish AD would have been a little more healthier. But it is what it is. He did all right.
All right. Well, now you got the snow time Lakers, right? So you can feel happy about that.
Don't get me started. I was like, we got 3 white guys.
Need to get some brothers up in there, Chief.
A bird, and come on. If we lose, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be steaming hot. Woo! We better not lose.
Okay.
Because then everybody's gonna be like, so I was like, it's winning time. I'm old school like Magic. It's winning time. I only care about winning. If they don't win and LeBron James, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
My homeboy Sean, I don't want to hear it. Them boys lose. Luka be fat and out of shape. I'm gonna be this. See, the problem with Luka, he's still young. My kid and Luka the same age, man. Come on. Come on, man.
There you go, Chief. Yeah, well,
let me go ahead and get out of here.
All right, Chief.
All right, Chief.
Good
Appreciate
call,
the call, brother.
Good
Thank
call.
you, man.
Very level-headed, Chief.
Always. He always is, though. He always is.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because he's one, a Lakers fan, and two, he's a LeBron fan. That's an interesting dichotomy there. But he's always
I'd
fair.
say Transformers there too.
That's
for
true.
the most part, yeah.
Yeah, but most of them aren't. We know that.
I think we know 2 out of the
Right.
5 that exist in the world. We know 40% of the level-headed Laker and LeBron fans.
Correct. Yeah. Sean, what's up, man? This is not one of them.
What's up, Bryce?
What's up, man?
What up, Sean?
Man, Big Bird, man. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm not here for the Blaze, man. I'm giving your boy a D-.
Damn.
A what? A B minus?
D-.
A D-.
Like D is in Delta?
Yeah.
D is in Delta. D is in disappointment.
No, Sean. Hold on. I'm gonna let you. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you cook, man. Everybody in the world knows I am not a LeBron fan. D-, D for disingenuous, bro. Go ahead.
Hey. Is this as disingenuous as the way James Brown got traded,
Let's
man?
get to that super chat real quick, Bruce.
Okay.
But honestly, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I even though I will say this, he got a championship, he got the cup,
Mm-hmm.
he got
He got the record.
You know, I mean, he also did able to, you know, with his position, was able to get Luka Doncic. Because let's be honest here, if it wasn't for the politicking, we wouldn't got Luka Doncic.
That's fair. Hold on 1 second, Sean. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Quick shout out to Chris Sanford, 2774 with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the support, brother. He says, will the Lakers be tanking in 30 games or less? The answer is no. Go ahead, Sean.
Man, you guys need to stop underestimating this team just because they got, you know.
I think the ceiling is 50 games.
No, it's just it sounds like it is, man. You know what I mean? You guys talking about who is going to be tanking. I mean, I'm not going to start anything, but outside this, LeBron has been utterly disappointing. I'm just going to be honest. Like, the dude sacrificed his entire whole, pretty much, like, the end of the year 2 seasons just in order to have that scoring record. And then we gave him team treatment, better treatment than prime Kobe Bryant. We gave him better treatment than even Shaq. And you still give us excuses. You still want to kiss up and acting like we're just slaves to you. And the fans try to give you as much love as possible in this, and you and your coach screw it up.
So I don't know, Sean, that the fans tried to give him as much love as possible.
Right. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay. I'm gonna let go of my hatred for him. I'm looking from initially back then in 2018, 2019. A lot of people were happy that LeBron was there.
Okay.
A lot.
Because you got a star, right? A superstar, right?
They're happy that a superstar actually came in our own team. However, as times go on, now I didn't know from the start that this thing was going to fall sink. I mean, I already knew. But as time go on, more fans have become less happy, less patient. They try to look at the bright side. They try to use those record-breaking games that he actually did in order to surpass, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Kareem. People cannot even let go of that. They even tried to say about that 15,000 point game day. He was so good. Or 40,000 points. So good. What happened? He lost nearly 30 points. A blowout. Every single time. It was not just basketball.
Okay, fair enough. Sean, I need you to land your plane, man. I need you to land your plane. Go ahead.
Hey, listen. D-, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay.
People could say, he able to do great things as far as the business. Screw the business. I want to win. And you did not come over here just for winning. You want people just to pour down. You even brought your son over here, and you still make excuses. And the media is constantly kissing up every single day by just saying, hey, man, the front office need to do this. The front office need that. Rob Wilkie can't even do nothing.
Okay.
Now, Jimmy Buck
I
does have
need
a
you to land your
switch.
plane, Sean. I need you to land your plane, man. You're all over the place.
Okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna land my plane here. B-. So,
Okay.
whatever.
All right. I appreciate the
Sean.
call, brother. Thank you, man.
No problem.
All right. Sean is so passionate about his Lakers. Shout out to RJ Raider 220 with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the support, brother. Appreciate you always, man. Thank you so much.
Salute.
Good evening. Thank you for calling the Format Podcast. Who's this?
Sneed, can I please talk to you, sir, because you are more respectful?
What's going on, Eddie? How are you, sir?
You never call me an effing liar. You never
Hold
disingenuous name.
on, hold
on, Eddie. Did that actually happen, Eddie?
No, it didn't. Sneed, when have you heard me curse, man?
Never.
No,
okay, just checking. So
you've heard me curse, but I don't deny it.
Sneed,
Yeah, go ahead.
have you ever got sent a disrespectful meme of Shawn Michaels doing things that you would send to a chick?
That's how
Exactly.
if that's how you're moving, you get that meme. How about that?
Sir, that was very disrespectful.
That's
And
how
I
you were
cannot
moving.
That's no, sir. That's
How about
very
you carry on with your comment? Say what you have to say.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Let's
DJ
keep
Khaled.
going.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, first and foremost, I would give LeBron his tenure with the Lakers B-. I'm not gonna say A.
I gave him a B. I bet
know
you
what
didn't
I'm
hear
saying?
that, did you?
Because no, I didn't.
Of
Because
course you
too
didn't.
much
You see what I'm talking about,
much-
Sneed?
Sir,
You see what I'm talking about, right, Sneed? I gave him a B.
Sir,
Somehow that got
sir,
missed by this guy.
Sir, I was talking to Sneed. I do not.
Of course you were. Carry on.
I gave him a B-.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yes, his tenure with the Lakers, I'm not going to give him a D. I'm not going to say that because I'm not a diehard Laker fan. You do have some diehard Lakers fans that was happy that he came there. Because before he came there, they was dog water, which, by the way, I don't hear none of them Laker fans talk about when they celebrated a freaking game when they was on a losing streak.
Eddie,
and Kobe Bryant was
Eddie, could I add something real quick?
Hold on. So Kobe was on Jimmy Fallon's show, and he seen these guys celebrating, and he looked at God awful terrible, like what the F is going on here? But nobody don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sneak. Go ahead, carry on.
Yeah, stay on the topic.
I want to say a factual statement, and I just want to know if you're gonna stand on the side of the truth or if you're gonna try to twist it. This is all I need to know. You said that the Lakers were bad before LeBron got there, which is true. So I agree with you. But they were bad with him in his first year. They were good when Anthony Davis got there with LeBron.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so as long as we're on the same page, because I think a lot of people want to make this only about LeBron in terms of his time with the Lakers. But I think Anthony Davis was so important to his success.
Very true. Glass. Yes. What they call him? Now I talk to you, Mr. Bruce Hope. Do they call him Outfit Davis or Fashion Clothes Statement Davis? When he was always sitting on the side. Street clothes. Yeah. Thank you. So they was calling him that. Now let's remember when he got there that year, he was injured. Yes. Okay. Injury is part of the game. Everything like that. I get all that. But let's keep it real. The last 8 years around Kobe was dog water. Can we at least agree with that part?
No, we can't.
That's not true. His last 8 years, he won a championship.
Thank you. Okay, Sneak, go.
Two of them, 2 championships in his last 8 seasons.
Okay, but before when he popped his Achilles, he got injured. Injury is part of the game. But after that, was he injured? What was they doing? What was going on?
They weren't
and
very
then after
good.
He retired, and then when he retired, they kept going with second round. Yes, they drafted LaMelo, Josh Hart, B.I. You know what I'm saying? And what was going on then?
They weren't very good.
Then, of course, okay then. But yes, everybody want to make it about LeBron this, LeBron that, and then
but they weren't good in 2019.
Yeah, I gave you that. I said it. Yes, I gave you that. And they didn't get good until AD came, street clothes AD, all that 100% true. But I'm not going to sit up here and just give this man a D or an F. Once again, I understand why the people, I understand why the real true Laker fans, even though they are casual, but let's not hear it there. They are in their feces because of their season. I'm going to land my plane. At the end of the
Please
day,
do, Shawn Michaels. Please do.
you see what Sneak? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Sneak? See exactly
Man,
what I'm saying.
you guys are rough, bro.
But I'm calling effing liar.
Oh, I never said that. I never. You know I don't curse. I didn't say that. Don't do it.
But I'm calling. But I'm called a liar. I'm called all
yeah, you lie a lot.
You
lie a lot. Yes.
No, I got called a lot of disrespectful names. Anyway, the plane is landed. Let's please get the likes and subscribe up for this platform. And I'm glad my brother Transformer made it, even though you know what
I
I'm
am
saying.
too.
Yeah,
that's my brother also.
was,
absolutely.
Yeah, whatever. Now y'all be you. Y'all be you. And let's have a wonderful day and happy holidays to the people that, even though y'all are disingenuous and attacking me in the chat, y'all have a happy holiday.
Hey, Ed Dog, before you go, Ed Dog, first, hey, I want you to have a happy 4th of July too, man. Seriously, I mean that. Enjoy that.
All love,
with
bro.
you and your brothers, man. Have a great one out there.
Yeah.
Listen,
you already know what.
Real talk. Long live Young Dolph out there. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Yeah.
Really? No, I'm not even trying to be. I'm not trying to be funny.
I want.
Yes,
you are. Yes, you are. I don't believe you.
You see
now
this?
You be you, all right? Calvin, you be you.
It's all love, bro. All love, right? Man. All love, Eddie.
All right, brother. All right.
Sad. He didn't even. I'm trying to show these guys love out here, and this is what I get.
At least the calls have been good, bro.
Yeah, the calls have been good.
The calls have been good.
By the way, Ed Dog, hit dogs holler, bro.
That Shawn Michaels man, keeps coming up now, bro.
Hey, man, you act like it. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. We want to hear your thoughts on LeBron. We want you to grade his tenure in Los Angeles. Tell us what you think. Tell us what grade you give him. If you have any more thoughts on his time as a Laker, tell us. Also, tell us if you really feel, and you can tell us in the chat as well, tell us if you really see LeBron as a Laker. Because I've said it a number of times, despite the fact that he's played longer in LA than any other stop in his career, he still doesn't feel like a Laker to me. Am I wrong on that?
Based on his exit, the way it happened.
I don't think, no, even before that, like he could have retired.
Right, but what I'm saying is
5 more years, he wouldn't feel like a Laker to me.
But what I'm saying is, if he was a Laker, would they have done it the way they did? Because they didn't do that to Kobe. They didn't let Kobe leave, bro. I mean, Shaq, you know, they shipped him out of there.
Yeah, he said, you got to go. You got to go.
You know?
Jeez, Sean. Wow, I'm not gonna put that on the screen, bro. That's a bit uncalled for. No, I don't see him as a Laker either. Like James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Kareem, not necessarily Wilt. Wilt is like on the border. Jerry West. Now, a lot of those guys were born and bred Lakers, but even still, Shaq, I can see as a Laker, even though he played in a lot of places. But I can see him as a Laker. Either a Laker or
because
he
won championships there, right?
Yeah. We played
check
there
this out, Bruce.
Yeah.
8 years. Yeah.
8 years, 3 chips, 4 finals appearances, 3 finals MVPs. Yeah.
So check this out, Bruce. Luka Doncic was traded to the LA Lakers. They brought him in. They traded serious assets for him, right?
Yes.
And he wasn't drafted by the Lakers.
No.
We shall see if Bruce Hope one day decides that Luka is a Laker.
That's going to be interesting. We'll have to see. I would assume he's got time to figure this out. Definitely doesn't feel like one right now. I think you're right that, obviously the championships and joining that, because we know every great Laker has to, if you want to be in that great Laker group, you have to deliver a chip. You have to. There's no way around it. So this is interesting. Oh my God, 76 or so. Okay, in all seriousness, y'all, I know we're talking about LeBron and the Lakers, but at this point in his career, or for me, like ever, why would you want to bring LeBron to your franchise? It's not good. It's not good. Like I don't understand it.
I I just think the ship has sailed. I don't think he can sustain what it takes to win a chip.
Juice not worth the squeeze.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
he has been wanting serious money for salary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That may have subsided at this point. Based on what Shams is reporting, he's saying make him an offer. And he's going to make a basketball decision.
Right, because
he wants to be happy, you know,
well,
and stuff. So like if
he's
all that's
say that now.
Well, if all that's true,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a big factor. If it's true and it's not about the money, he gets to pick a good basketball situation because then he's basically playing for the same amount no matter where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's trying to outbid the next person.
Right.
Everybody's trying to sell him on the win.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to sell him on the championship run. LeBron would love to be a 5-time champion.
Yeah, but it's for a guy who is on the level historically that LeBron is on, picking up that 5th chip, it's not going to be the same. We know that.
It doesn't. Well, listen, hear me out on this.
Sure.
When you say LeBron James 5-time NBA champion, it sounds better than LeBron James 4-time NBA champion.
It does.
It just wouldn't be his championship, right? It would be one that is more shared with other players as being more impactful.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it contributes in the sense that he would be a 5-time champion.
I hear you. To me, it wouldn't be the same at all, but I hear you. Ugh,
Will there be books written about LeBron?
Yeah, there's already some.
They're going to write 5-time champion if he wins 5 NBA finals.
They are, but again, I totally hear you, but we know it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious to know if he went somewhere and picked up the 5th chip, how would he feel about it? Because clearly he's not going to be the finals MVP at this stage. He's going to be more a bus rider than a bus driver. It's not going to be the same. And I think most people, well, Nick Wright is going to try to say he was the missing ingredient,
Bruce.
Yes.
I thought when he went to the Lakers, I didn't think there was anything he could do to help his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he was playing years in LA because he could still play.
I think he was playing years because he has business there and he wanted to stack.
Yeah, I never looked at it like he could enhance his legacy all that much. Because I didn't think he was the best player on the team at any point after 2019. I always thought it was AD.
Mm-hmm.
So then when Luka got traded there, obviously Luka is a much younger player and he's basically the same type of player.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, like LeBron was a million times better defensively than Luka at any point.
Right.
But like at that, like
it's not hard to be though. I don't think.
I know. Yeah. I didn't see what could happen for the LA Lakers with LeBron unless they were able to put together like a three-peat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like if LeBron would have won 3 consecutive finals, regardless of the setup,
right?
AD and somebody else or whatever. But if he would have, that would have been really cool for his legacy, because then it would have been the best decision he ever made. Would be to go to the Lakers, right? Win 3 or like that would have been so cool. But that's like
Royce
impossible to
Ames
do.
says he's a winner. Am I understanding this to say that he, being LeBron, is a winner? He's a winner. Let me ask you something, Sneed.
Mm-hmm.
You're a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you have children. Let's use this. You're a parent. If your daughter brought home her weekly spelling test and she got 4 out of 10 right, that's a 40%, right? How would you feel about that? Do you think that's success?
No, I wouldn't feel good about that.
Okay, just checking.
We're talking about a spelling test, Bruce.
I'm just making an example that 4 out of 10, unless it's shooting threes or hitting a baseball, is not good in any other walk of life, right? No, I mean,
You named all the things we're getting 300%, 300 out of.
I'm just saying, right? I get it. Hitting the baseball, hard thing to do. Gotcha.
I view winning a little bit differently, maybe than some people. So, as a coach, you take victories and you take celebrations when progress is made. Mm-hmm. So, for example, LeBron won his championship, his first one in 2012.
Yes.
And then he subsequently wins another one in 13.
Yes.
Like that's pretty fantastic, right? The fact that
it's not an easy thing to do.
Right. You lost in 07, struggled to get back in 11, lose. So 12 becomes the redemption story, like the start of that. And then he wins in 13, so he goes back to back. Like, that's a great step in the direction of his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wins one in Cleveland, right? Which is a great step again for his legacy. I think there were some really solid winning moments in his career that provided some redemption, Bruce. And I think redemption is one of the most important parts to be described as a winner. You will never win everything. You can't. Right? And sometimes you have to fall and get up in order to be a better player.
I have a question. When has Michael Jordan lost in a championship scenario?
When what?
When has Michael Jordan lost in a championship scenario? Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, they played more games than just NBA Finals, Bruce. He lost Eastern.
No, I get
Eastern playoff rounds and stuff. Like, it's not. So every season can't. It's just not realistic to expect.
No, I understand that.
A championship every year.
I understand that. I was just, because you said, you can't. So I'm more talking about when you get to that place, right? I think Bill Russell has only lost like once on the championship stage.
That's incredible.
Yeah, out of all the times he's been there. And that's not just in the league. That's, whatever. But I'm just making the example, right? It's not even that he lost, right? People lose. Like you're saying, you can't win all the, maybe Floyd, Rocky Marciano, whatever. But we're talking, you're not even 50%. You're not even 50%, Snead. Now, that doesn't say winner to me. That doesn't scream winner.
So here's how I view it, Bruce. Let's take each of those finals. Let's evaluate how LeBron played.
Mm-hmm.
Let's evaluate his ability to contribute to winning basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be objective about each of those finals.
I think he played great in most of them.
In all the NBA finals?
I know he played great in most of them. He didn't play great in the first one. He didn't play great in the first one in Miami. Other than that, I think he played great in just about all the other ones.
So, I mean, you're talking about the ultimate outcome that requires a lot of things to kind of come into place. And I don't know, man. It's like a 50-50 toss-up his career when it comes to NBA finals.
Okay, so let's look at all the other guys that most people would have kind of in their top 10, right? So Wilt 2-4 in the finals, LeBron 4-10 in the finals, Kareem 6-4, Magic 5-4, Bird 3-2, Michael Jordan 6-0, Tim Duncan 5-1, Dream 2-1. I mean, obviously it depends on who you put in there, right? But Shaq 3-2. Like, you see what I'm saying here? All the other guys who are supposed to be on that level, they're not under 500. Like, at some point,
but you know what, Bruce?
And LeBron was stacking teams. We got to take that into account as well.
I think that part needs to be investigated a little bit more and broken down. So here's my thought on that. LeBron had a lot of influence on the teams that were constructed to help him get to the finals and win the finals. I don't think he was that great at that, which is why I think they weren't really prepared to beat their opponent in the finals.
Okay.
Right? So the first year they lost in Miami and the last year they lost in Miami. That's a function of LeBron's input on the roster.
Okay.
Just like the Lakers' inability to defend their championship and then not being able to compete for a championship after that. If you want to criticize LeBron, let it be about that. It wasn't that he didn't play his best or try his best. It wasn't that, he wasn't great or any of that. I think some of it was his control on the team turned out to backfire against him because the more control he had, the more influence he had, the more responsibility falls on him and accountability for them not winning. I'm actually more critical about roster decisions that were specifically designed to meet his criteria, not GMs making decisions about who fits. LeBron telling the GM who fits. I would say let the GM do GM things. When the GM fails, he gets the blame.
Yep. I agree.
Play your player.
Yeah.
GMing.
Right.
But now we have the conversation about LeBron having influence on the roster. Right now, it's a totally different can of worms.
Chris Sanford, $2 super chat. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate the support. When did Michael Jordan not have Scottie Pippen? I'm not really understanding that question. If you could elaborate on what you're asking there for me, so I can try to so we can try to give you an answer that you're looking for. Not really understanding Chris Sanford. But thank you for the super chat. We appreciate the support, brother. Thank you. MJ has 60 playoff losses. LeBron has 113 playoff losses total.
LeBron played 23 NBA seasons.
That's what I was about to say. That's not really fair.
Yeah,
it's not really fair.
You know, I've always been a little bit put off by, you know, the whole GM thing, like picking players, because when you do that, now the target's on your back. You pick the players, so now the onus is on you. You want more responsibility and blame than you're supposed to. You're the player. You know, just play the game, do your best with your teammates, and overcome and join together in a way that creates that perfect opportunity in a team sport. You know, I mean, look, some of those teams were not going to win the finals, and some of those teams LeBron paid poorly for. In 2007, he was bad. In 2011, he was bad. If anybody is going to not call that out and say the truth,
right,
well, then you really can't get anywhere with them, right?
There's a lot of people like that.
He played well in 12 and 13, and they won. He played well in 14, and they lost.
Right.
He played well in 16, they won. He played well in 15, they lost. You know, he played well in 17, they lost. He played well in that stuff happens. You know, and look, I just sat there and broke down all of his years playing for the Lakers. The statistics have always been there, but sometimes there's other things beyond the numbers. And that's kind of what it is when we evaluate these guys' careers. Because nobody talks about statistically how they choose their GOAT. They just don't.
Well, I would disagree. There's a lot of people who do. I know one for sure in this chat right now. There's a lot of
everybody. Well, okay. Majority of people talk about great players. They have great moments. They have great victories. They have great redemption stories.
True.
They have great teams that they're a part of. There's so many other things because it's a team sport.
Yeah.
There has to be team accomplishment, and then you were the leader of that team. That seems to be what most people appreciate. They love and appreciate the leadership qualities that lead to championship cohesion and coming together for the ring.
So that's the thing. 25 Vegeta, you are absolutely right. It's very interesting how the longevity works when the stats are, praiseworthy or positive for LeBron, but when they're not, they get ignored. Like, all-time leader in turnovers and so on, and missed shots and all these things. Nobody ever brings that up. So it is very interesting how longevity only seems to work one way when it comes to LeBron. But I feel you. By the way, love your avatar. Wu-Tang is for the children. There you go.
Bruce, I watched a Lakers game last year where Luka he made 7 threes. He made 7 threes, 6 or 7, right? But he took like 16 or 17 of them, like super high number. The Lakers lost. He made 5 in the first half. So he made 1 or 2 in the second half. They lost. The numbers don't tell the story of the game. They could be deceiving. So Luka shot 38% from 3. Oh, that's good. That's above league average. But he made 5 of the 6 in the first half, and the Lakers lost the game. That's the context. It was a top-heavy performance. It showed up in the first half, was absent in the second half when you needed it.
Right.
But they tell me things like he's so clutch. Because he hits a couple last-second shots, right? He's so clutch. I've seen him shoot him out of games. You wouldn't know this unless you focused on the observational.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Just like, remember how we were watching the finals?
Yeah.
We weren't that concerned with stats, were we?
No.
What was the one stat I was concerned with, Bruce? Remember?
The turnovers. 10 or less for the game is the key.
I focus on those things because it's a team sport, and that hurts the team. And by the way, LeBron had some problems with turnovers in his tenure in LA.
You don't say. Interesting how I have somebody here in the chat who has a lot of questions but won't turn that camera on and come sit here and ask them. But that's okay though. Cowards are gonna be that. It's okay. Levinary says MJ developed Pippen. Phil Jackson became. I'm not even gonna. Love and Aries, you are correct. I'm not going to let that get to me because this is LeBron and the Lakers, and that can be a whole different rabbit hole. But let's just say it's pretty ignorant when people say those things. So I hear
Bruce,
you, Aries.
where
Yes.
should LeBron go?
No, in all seriousness, well,
first of all, I ask you this. Before you make your pick or think what could be the best landing spots, think about it from this perspective. Basketball decision, fairy tale ending, you know, what do they call that? The award tour. What do they call it? The whatever, the Bon Voyage tour.
Oh, yeah. The I guess the retirement tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, though.
Is there a place where he can do both or all three things where it's like, he gets to play and be impactful. He gets to compete for a championship, and then he also gets the retirement.
I think he's done after this year, Sneed. I really do. I think now this is nothing more than a matter of he wants to ensure that he goes out on his terms. That's it. There's nothing more. I think that he's done after this year. I really do. So where's he gonna? Miami. I can see it.
Miami.
Yeah, I think Pat Riley has adjusted fire a little bit. He would kind of ease back for LeBron, and I think LeBron also is in a position where he kind of knows he's got to go where he can. I think Miami is probably the best thing, and also, you know, he's been in LA all these years. I don't think he wants to go anywhere cold again. Real talk, right?
I'm with you.
So I think Miami is he's familiar with the organization. He's lived there. He probably still has a home there.
Can they get to the finals with the right roster construction?
I don't know. They don't have much money to spend, so I don't know what they could do. They need shooting desperately. Even if they grab LeBron, they need shooting badly. So I would say, I don't know. I think he would help the team, but I don't know. Miami.
Yeah.
All right, Sneed, we done?
Unless you're trying to take any of these last calls. I see people saying drop the link. We have a number you can call.
Yeah.
They're saying drop. I say call. The number's right there.
Yeah, I don't.
904.
Drop the link at the end of the show. That's it. Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
904-219-8264.
Yeah. All right. We're going to give 2 more minutes here. 2 more minutes. If you call, you get in. If not, you're not.
Actually, YD, if you would call, we'd give us the grade for LeBron's tenure for sure.
As a Laker.
His Laker tenure, we did grades.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably gonna have to go back and listen to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Miami. I think that's probably it.
A lot of talk about Philly. I don't know who's the source of it. It's just
I don't think he wants that. It's a weird spot.
You still feel as strongly as you did about Cleveland before?
The main reason I felt like that, honestly, is because I just thought it would be the perfect storybook arc. Like, go back there, finish with a solid season, deep playoff run. Mm-hmm. I mean, Cleveland was in the conference finals this year, right?
Yeah.
Realistically, LeBron might be what could have, if he was there this year, maybe.
So you're saying he brings to the table what they were missing last year?
I think so. I mean, James Harden, total trash. So, I would. Wouldn't you rather have LeBron? Even
100%.
James Harden? Okay. So I think that that's what I was saying about Cleveland. I just think it's the perfect finish, but I think Miami is probably the best spot. Young Disciple, what's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
Maintaining, brother.
What grade did y'all give LeBron?
I gave him a B overall for his Lakers tenure.
And what did Steve give him?
Same.
A B.
Mm-hmm. You think that's fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
But I would give him an A though.
Okay. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Why you say A?
I would give him an A. Because he got there when he was 34, 35.
Okay.
He bought him a chip.
Okay.
He was a 7-time All NBA player, like which is gross. Like he had a Hall of Fame career, like just with the Lakers by itself.
Okay. I think
and his age is one of the biggest reasons that if this was LeBron, like 25 or something like that, then I would be more harsh of a judge. But it's him at 34 going to a whole new city. Like, do y'all know any players at 34 that can like relocate and be the engine of another team and become champions? Because I don't.
10 years in.
Do you remember LeBron's season before he went to the Lakers, YD?
Yeah, it's one of the best postseasons the best postseason I ever seen in my life.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So what happened?
His last year in Cleveland?
I'm saying from that to everything we saw in LA, what happened?
I think he got older.
All right.
The 2020, LeBron came within 1/10 of a point from leading the whole playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. Like, so I can't give it that. I say when I started seeing any type of decline was after the dude jumped on his ankle.
What year was that?
2021.
21?
Yeah, that's 2021.
Yeah. Okay. I really didn't see okay, so I'm with you on the injury being a factor. I didn't really see glaring fall off until 2023, actually. Like, I was questioning whether or not he should be like the number 1 or the number 2. Because in 2023, remember what happened you remember against the Nuggets when they got swept?
Yeah, but
you remember when those layups used to be dunks?
Yeah, I mean, but he was.
That's kind of what I'm saying is that's what I was saying is those used to be dunks and they became layups, and I was like, all right, it's time.
But wasn't that the year when he tore a tendon in his foot?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the year he tore a tendon in his foot because he came back and they made the playoff push. But that's not an excuse. I wouldn't get it as an excuse though. Like, I think those 2 years against Denver will usually be wins. I would say that year, because that year he kind of did like take a step back and he let AR grow into his role. That's the year AR was saying I am him, and they knocked out the Warriors.
Which YD, by the way, he is not him.
Yeah, I mean, to be undrafted, I guess you could say he him. But
that's fair. That's
true.
fair.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, what was the average in 28 and 7 before?
Yeah, but as soon as the expectations got real, he didn't provide, bro.
No, that's fair. But I think I was just saying that he has become good enough in the league for him to say I'm him.
Right.
And he's played well enough. Yeah. But I hear what you're saying as well. All right, YD, man, appreciate the call. But I'm sorry, you had something else?
But where y'all think? Where y'all think that? I think LeBron going somewhere that nobody's talking about, that I haven't even foreseen. Like,
okay,
YD, what makes basketball sense to you? Where do you think works for what he's trying to accomplish?
The Spurs or the Philadelphia 76ers.
Do you think he would be good? I think with the Spurs, he's got to come off the bench. You think he's okay with that?
He ain't coming out no bench, bro. He'll start where Fox. He'll start where Fox start. Put De'Aaron Fox on the bench.
YD went right away. He said, "Nope."
He sounded like Melo when he went to OKC. Yo, Pete, they said I'm coming off the bench.
That ain't happening, bro.
Okay,
LeBron James ain't never coming off no bench, bro. I can tell you. I'll tell you that. LeBron James ain't never coming off no bench, bro.
Okay. No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, but where y'all think he gonna go? I heard y'all say Miami.
I think Miami is the spot.
Like him, like I'm saying him, Bam, and LeBron.
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis, Bam, and LeBron in the East can get you to the finals.
I don't.
I think it's possible.
To the conference finals. I don't know if they can get you to the finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if you can get to the conference finals, then you're right there. So YD's probably got a point, bro.
Okay.
So we looking at all his options being winning options.
Sure.
Like I don't think LeBron could have won in LA, and I think everybody know that. Like they prioritizing motherfucking Austin Reeves. bro, that's blasphemy, bro.
Actually, you know what they're doing though, YD? They're actually prioritizing what Luka wanted, right? Like that's his homie, right? That's his boy, and then they brought in Walker Kessler. You know, like they're bringing his people.
I'm calling them the Snowtime Lakers, bro.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Yup.
Yeah, the Snowtime Lakers.
Snowtime Lakers. That's a fact.
And if anybody think that the Lakers got better, you just don't know basketball. This is gonna be an atrocity. Like, watch what I tell you, bro.
What's the ceiling on the games, bro? How many wins?
Bro,
how many wins, YD?
I think I think they probably go like 42. I mean 40 and 42.
They will miss the playoffs. They will be a play-in team at best.
Play-in team at max, bro.
Okay.
Y'all seen that team they put together?
Yeah, it doesn't look
well.
great.
Actually, the worst part about it, YD, is you see the money. They gave these guys 3 years, and then a 4th year as a player option.
They've been looking for Walker Kessler for years.
Bruce, I don't have a problem with them. So this is an experiment.
Why would they get him after LeBron lead though? Like that's like some of the dumbest shit I ever fucking seen. Like this, bro. What they did, bro, it makes them look like it makes them look like real fucked up, bro. Like,
they didn't really address the weakness from last year, though. Like last year, the perimeter defense was weak. It's still weak.
The only black player they signed, like with all due respect, bro, is goddamn Colin Sexton. Hey, bro, they got to get rid of Bronny, bro. I want Bronny off their team ASAP.
You want Bronny gone, bro?
I want cut. They do whatever they want to do, bro. They need to. I'm gonna start a let Bronny go campaign. I'm starting.
Okay, so where does Bronny go? Just follow Pop. Just go wherever Dad is.
Send Bronny to the Spurs.
Bro, have you seen the depth at that position in San Antonio?
And that's my point exactly. Send him to the Spurs, bro. Let him get it out the mud and earn it on his own. So everybody can be quiet. Like that's my whole thing. That's what I'm happy about. LeBron is gone away. He has gone away from the Lakers. So everything that Bronny doing, he earned his own keep. I don't want to hear nothing else about LeBron. The reason he there, LeBron, because they wouldn't even get. And that's another thing I gotta say. Let's put my stuff down and address this last little point. Y'all say LeBron got all this power, bro. That he forced them to draft Bronny. All that. Y'all still think the same thing?
Well, I think at one point LeBron was very influential.
But that's just 2 years ago, big bro.
Oh yeah, when you're under contract for 2 years, yes, it's different than when you don't have a contract. YD.
So them keeping Bronny, like, what does that mean to y'all?
I don't know.
Because
what's his contract? Doesn't he have 2 years left?
They can wait. No, yeah, they got 2 years, but they can waive Bronny or they can actively trade.
Wait, why would you waive him though? He hasn't done anything to deserve to be waived.
No. That's my whole point, Steve. That's my whole point.
I mean, it's if somebody wants to question his draft status and him getting a contract, fine. But he hasn't been a net negative. What? He's just hasn't been a positive or whatever.
What? No.
No, what you saying? What you saying, Bruce?
Chief just put in the chat. Jason Tatum requested a trade from Boston. That can't be right. No.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
No, get out of here.
What we talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got this.
So Bronny. So now Bronny there because the Lakers want him there, right?
Well, they what do you want them to do, YD?
Nah, bro, come on, man.
They gave him a
on, man.
contract. He's contracted for 2 more years. What do you?
Bro, contracts, people get waived all the time, big bro.
Bro, there's a financial penalty to being waived in the NBA. The contracts are guaranteed.
Bro, all I'm saying is that now his dad is gone. His dad has no more power over the Lakers, right?
Right.
Okay, so from here on out, everything that Bronny gets, Bronny earned.
Okay, YD, do people resent LeBron or Bronny?
They resent Bron, so they take it out on Bronny.
Exactly. So why would the Lakers want to pour it on when Bronny hasn't done anything wrong to anybody?
Oh my God.
But Bruce, ain't you one of the ones, Bruce, that you think that they should? You remember what you was saying last week, Bruce?
Yeah, that Bronny shouldn't have never been there. Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay, so him. Okay, so him still being there. Like all I'm saying is that everything that he does now, we can honestly say his dad has no impact on it, right?
Yeah, but he got there with his dad.
Right. He should have never been there from the start. That's
bro,
my
Giannis, so I don't never hear you say that about Giannis brothers, Bruce.
Because Giannis's brothers are a problem, bro.
That's why.
Giannis's brothers are a problem too, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, thank you. That's what I'm saying. I don't never hear y'all. I don't never hear y'all, nigga. I don't never hear y'all bang y'all drums.
YD, I clown Thanos all the time, bro.
Okay,
come on,
true
man.
indeed. True indeed.
I'm talking about Bruce. I ain't talking about you, Steve.
But I also understand that that's a false equivalency because Thanasis was drafted before Giannis and not even by the Bucks.
We're talking about why did he have a contract on the Bucks, bro?
Oh my gosh.
We're not talking about why he got drafted.
Well, guess what? We can't even argue that anymore. Because hold on. That's
say the same thing about Bronny.
That's no longer an issue because Giannis is gone and his brother's not with him. How about that?
So
is he still with the Bucks?
Bronny, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they cut him or not, but he's not with Miami.
I'm saying that's the same thing that goes for Bronny, bro. That's all I'm asking you. You trying to get the answer to what I'm saying?
No, I'm not trying to get. I don't have to try to get out an answer. Yes, but the fact
so everything from now on is Bronny, right?
That doesn't change the fact that Bronny never should have been there, and I'm gonna stand on that. So we can say,
but why you not standing on it when it comes to Giannis brothers?
Because I just finished. Now, okay, Thanasis once again was drafted before Giannis and not by the Bucks.
What about his other brother?
His other brothers? Hey, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
What's the other brother name, Bruce?
There's Costas and Alex. But the Bucks didn't draft Costas. The Lakers did. He won a title with the Lakers.
That's true. He was.
Yeah, but why is he on the Bucks though, Bruce?
Hey man, I don't know.
You do know, Bruce.
Hold on. No, I don't know, but I do know why Bronny's on the Lakers. But I don't know
for the same reason.
Do I know for sure?
Bro, and you know why Giannis brothers is on the Bucks, bro?
Do I?
Have you ever seen him play?
I've seen Thanasis play. I've never seen Costas play. I've seen Thanasis play though.
That's what I'm saying. So from now on, bro, I want to hear when you bang your drum about Bronny, bang your drum about the other brothers that's on the book.
No, I'm not going to because it's not the same thing. You're making a false equivalency, but that's okay.
Why isn't it the same thing?
I just finished saying we know for a fact because they told us.
Take that brother out of it. I'm talking about the other brothers. I'm gonna give you that brother.
But the Lakers, right? But the Lakers drafted Costas and Antetokounmpo. I can't say it's nice. And Antetokounmpo. The Lakers drafted Costas, right? Did they not?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So do we know for sure that Giannis told him go bring Costas over here? Do we know that?
YD, let me ask YD this real quick.
Let me ask YD. The other brother, bro.
Which brother are you talking about now? Because it's not Thanasis and it's not Costas.
Not Costas. The other one that's on the Bucks right now.
Wait, Alex is on the Bucks too? I thought he was in the G League.
That's terrible.
They put him on the Bucks last year, bro.
Did they? Jeez.
Like actual NBA roster or like the G League?
No, he on the roster.
That can't be right,
bro. That's why last year. That's why Giannis was trying to come back when they was telling Giannis to sit out, nigga, the rest of the year. He was trying to come back so he could play with his brothers.
Thanasis, Giannis. Okay, so I'm looking at their roster from last year. Oh, yep, there's Alex. Yeah, he's on there.
See what I mean?
So Alex is on there. Thanasis is on there. But where's Costas? Costas is not on there. But I get your point, though.
Okay.
So I'll give you Alex. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Giannis has something to do with that.
No, Bruce. Bruce. It's a meritocracy.
Hold on. You ain't let me finish. I will say I'm pretty sure Giannis has something to do with that, but we don't know that.
Bro, we know that, big bro.
Hold on. No. I'm an evidence guy. We know for a fact why Bronny is there. We don't know for a fact that why Alex. No, you're assuming. You're assuming. Okay, what evidence do you have, YD? What evidence do you have? And then land your plane.
Big bro, you didn't even know that the nigga was on the team.
Okay, so my question is, what is the evidence you have that Giannis is the reason that Giannis got him on the team?
Are they still on the roster right now?
Oh, right now he's on the roster.
I'm looking at last year's roster. I don't know if they're on it right now, but yeah, Thanasis, Alex, and Giannis. Costas is not. I don't know where he is.
See, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. You picking and choosing, big bro.
I'm not picking and choosing. You're not listening to me because you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
We
know for a fact because hold on. We know for a fact because they put it out there why and how Bronny is a Laker. We know that for a fact. We can assume. Hold on, YB. Hold on. We can assume why Alex is on the Bucks, but we don't know it for a fact. You see the difference? We can assume we don't know it for a fact.
Nah, big bro. Nah, see, that's what I'm saying,
I know.
Bro, come on, big bro.
I'm an evidence guy. Yeah, big bro. I'm an evidence guy.
Bro, but you wrong right now, big bro.
Okay, all right, cool.
Anybody that care for you or care about how you look at certain point in time, bro, they'll let you know right now you're not looking good, big bro.
That's cool. We don't have to agree. That's fine.
I'm saying, big bro, have you seen anything from Thanasis or Alex to tell you that they deserve to be getting contracts with the Bucks? That's all I'm asking you, big bro.
No.
Okay, then. So like I said, beat your drum the same when you talking about Bronny. Because that makes you objective, bro. See, that's what true journalism is. You're not supposed to have no type of bias, Bruce.
Evidence. True journalism built on evidence.
I see right there, bro. You looking for now. Let me finish. Let me say this one thing. Right now, you're creating reasons so you can further criticize Bronny, bro.
I'm not creating
being objective. Because you're not being objective, bro. You know why them dudes, bro. Just give me 15 more seconds, bro. You know that the Lakers having one time came out and said, we drafted Bronny because of Bron. You're assuming that, big bro. Y'all been assuming that the whole time, but now you don't want to assume.
Okay, I don't think that's an assumption.
That's not an assumption.
That is an assumption. So when did the Lakers come out and say that, bro?
Rich Paul literally told everybody that he told the other teams, do not draft him or he's going to Australia.
That means he would have been drafted earlier. So that means he would have been drafted earlier, right?
We don't know that, but that's called what do you call that? That's hedging your bets, I guess. We don't know that he would have been drafted earlier, but it's not saying it's not possible. But regardless, we do know for a fact that he is with the Lakers because of his dad. But listen, man, I can't argue with you on this all night, man.
You're not gonna be real. You're not gonna be real, bro.
And you're not being real either, but that's okay.
No, that's you not being real, bro. Because this is an assumption on both. The Lakers, Genie Bus, nobody came out and said we drafted LeBron. We drafted Bronny because of Bron. You're assuming that, big bro.
Really? Okay.
You're assuming that.
By the way, you know what? Matter of fact, Go actually look up the reporting. Go look up the reporting because the Lakers front office actually was bothered that LeBron was not grateful that they drafted his son for him.
Go look up the reporting. That's from Jeannie and her close confidants that she said that.
Jeannie Buss came out, nigga, and said everything in that report was false.
No. She said that as damage control.
Forget a report. You assuming that.
Okay. All right. Listen, YD, man. Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate it,
bro. Y'all, come on, bro. Be fair. If y'all just want to just leave a reason to criticize Bron and Bronny, like all y'all want to,
and
y'all just say that.
And you want a reason to protect them. Just say that.
Bro. You can't protect the truth telling.
Okay.
Like,
man,
bro.
Listen. We know you're a LeBron guy. We know you're a James gang guy. It's okay.
Oh yeah, let me stop before you put the knee pads up.
No, I'm not gonna put. We're not doing that. No more. We good. No, but I do appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the call, man.
All right, bro.
All right, have a good night. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Great show. We appreciate it. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you share the show. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs for the end of the year, man.
Let's do it.
We need y'all's help to do that. We can do it, but we need y'all's help.
We need likes, we need shares, we need comments, we need engagement. Whatever y'all could do to help these live streams and videos get happy in the YouTube algorithm.
That's right. That's big. That's big. Because I'm telling this, trust me, we know we got a great thing here. We just need to get it in front of more people. So we appreciate all you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night, and we out. Peace.